text, but you can? What kind of crap is this? Is it on?
Yeah.
Good morning, Mr. President.
Good morning, gentlemen. What news do you have?
Thank you. Well, we decided to start building the atomic bomb. One of our top scientists, Albert Einstein, informed us that if we don't start now, Germany will beat us to it, and we'll all be doomed.
Are you absolutely sure? I know they learned about splitting the uranium atoms, but can they?
They don't have the full technology yet. They're trying to figure out, though. That's why it's important we begin.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So what will we call this operation of yours?
We were thinking the Manhattan Project. It must be a top-secret facility in New York, away from prying eyes and under our complete observation.
We also require a military director. Our first choice was Major General Leslie Groves for his natural organization skills.
Good idea. I'll send for him at once and cancel his current operation. Now, how many people are we looking for at this operation?
It looks like we'll be taking on a few 100,000 by the time we are finished. We're looking to hire a top scientist currently in the U.S. and allied nations. Our first is Albert Einstein. The rest are Enrico Fermi, Richard Feynman, J. Robert Oppenheimer, and Harold Gray.
We will be officially starting when the general gets here.
So now I know your main objective is to create the atomic bomb. What is your use for it?
We use this technology as a necessary precaution against the Japanese and end the war. Also, later on, we'll use this technology just in case for further operations.
Finally, this will be one of the largest scientific developments in our history. This will be great for our new advancements in weaponry and put us ahead of the other nations. This will make us a superpower of the world.
Very good. Now, how do we plan to make these dangerous weapons?
That is why we have the good Professor Oppenheimer with us.
Hi. Well, good morning, President Roosevelt. Well, I'll get right into the physics of the bomb. I'll head over to the science room. We're looking to make 3 bombs. The first one we make, we'll be using for Operation Trinity, where we'll be testing the bomb and figure out how it works. And then we'll make 2 more bombs afterwards in case we need to use them on enemy nations. The first one will be around 9,000 pounds and will most likely be using uranium to see its effects. And the second one will be 10,000 pounds and will be made of plutonium. The bombs will only be slightly different in their weight and location they are dropped.
What else is there to these bombs?
Well, first we have to figure out how to split the uranium and the plutonium atoms to create, also known as nuclear fission. We have to figure out how to get all that energy out and cause this mass damage. Once we do that, we can use Dr. Einstein's theory of energy, E equals mc squared, to figure out what mass is best for the job. If our calculations are correct, this bomb will be able to vaporize up to half-mile radius and do massive amounts of damage of up to 3-mile radius.
Do you have any ideas on how to get the bombs to blow yet?
We actually believe through nuclear fission that we can get the explosion we want and cause massive proportions of damage.
So we'll have 2 bombs with destructive power of up to 3 miles.
Yes, and we also have a few after effects, if I'm not mistaken. Time to head back to the boardroom. Where is he?
He had to make sure the general gets home safely. So, Mr. President, we have some projected effects of these atomic bombs.
So what will these drastic effects be if we do use it on the Japanese?
This is all based off assumption. Well, within that half-mile radius, the air would be completely wiped out. The people inside that radius would be instantly vaporized and not feel a single thing.
Well, that's good to hear. What else will occur?
We also believe that the heat from the blast will cause widespread fires on anything that survives the initial explosion and end more lives through burning.
There will be a test run, as we said earlier, to find what effects will occur. However, we don't know the full extent of the uranium and plutonium will have on the Earth and humans.
So basically, if we figure out how to make it and use it on the Japanese, it will be a test on the bomb.
In basic terms, yes. Therefore, we plan to use it if required as an act of war. This will make it look like we're using it in our country's self-defense.
This will be top secret, so there should be no worries on our part. Now our final effect is also to tell the Soviet Union to back off. If we can scare them off, we can hold back their communist government from expanding.
We want to avoid a world like that. The hundreds of thousands of deaths will prove that we are a superpower of the world and that we are not to be trifled with.
America's awesome!
God bless America!
Very well then, is there anything else we need to talk about?
Nothing else, sir. We'll talk again when it is necessary. Good afternoon, President Truman.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. What news do we have on the war in the Pacific?
We have finally taken all the islands surrounding Japan. Our last assault will be on Japan. We are preparing all our troops for our all-out defense on Japan.
And the bomb?
The project is ready to be used, sir. Operation Trinity was a success, and we are ready to use them if necessary. The little boy and fat man are both equipped for the job.
Very well. I think this is the perfect time to...
Mr. President, I truly do not think the bombs will be used.
Why not?
Because we do not know what the effects will be past a half-mile radius on human beings. Also, we have not tested this on humans. I'm worried about the effects that it will have on us.
However, I believe we should use them because the projected amount of losses in an assault is around 250,000 men. That is too many to lose at this point of the war, and it also saves a lot of money and resources that would be needed for an attack.
Is it morally right, though? Killing innocent civilians just because of an enemy nation? We need to be conservative here and make sure that we do not completely destroy the Japanese.
President Truman, if we can successfully drop these bombs on 2 of the southern cities of Japan, we can avoid an enormous death toll and scare the Japanese to surrender. We also need to put the Soviet Union in its place.
I understand, gentlemen. I've decided what I will do. We will use the bombs on August 6th and 9th against the Japanese to end the war and scare the Soviets. Good day.
Yes, sir!
Well, sir, the effects of the bomb were better than we expected. Destroyed both cities, completely wiped out, killing over 200 to 300,000 people. The land is all wiped out, and there's still after effects being seen. A lot of burn victims, and worse. Signing off.
Use them. Wow. Alright, well.
Okay!
I'll be single in a few days.
Good morning.
Good afternoon, Miss President Truman.
We'll be able
Oh. See, we got this whole operation. The little boy and fat man are both equipped for the job.
So what this damage will do to humans in a half-mile radius. Wow. Totally screwed that up.
It's
Wow,
past the half mile.
What happened after we had bought that? Past that, right?
Soldiers, we would lose an assault attack. I messed that up.
That's alright.
Some stuff around.
Alright, just stop.
Is it morally right, though? Truly. Attacking
Yes. Sorry.
Wow.
True.
That's a good walkie-talkie there, bud.
Really, Carter? Alright.
I think I should be on bloopers. Boop. Bloopers. Even though they are.
Good morning, Chris. Good morning, Mr. President.
And actually, at this point, you'll be standing up.
Almost like.
Jesus Christ.
Is it on?
Oh yeah, hurry up. Your places.
Oh, I was actually meaning, is it on?
Okay, I got it. Cut that. Cut that. We'll redo this.
Oh, God.
You like.
Oh, I'll zoom out a little too.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Alright, you ready?
Yes, sir.